So friends, this is part 3 of the Squid Game Season 1. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 before, go watch it first. I bet you won't understand anything. You will find the link to this video in the description below. So, let's go straight to it without any further delay. Request of Sango, his team takes a few steps forward, which upsets the balance of the opposing team, and they become unbalanced and stagger, which is taken advantage of by the Sangwee team. Now, they start pulling Roop to their side with full power, which makes the opposing team fall down, and Sangwee's team wins. Everyone now starts coming back, where a girl, player 210, and another player 214 get into an argument. 240. Player 214 was breaking up with God for his team, which player 202 doesn't like. He said that here, because of Sango and this old man, they win, not because of God. You all go to your doom. Where the dark husband of his team is shocked to see these people. 067, this was the weakest team, so how did it win? And here, Han Min starts teasing the new docs. In the next scene, we see some masked men who used to get the organs extracted by the doctor, and they put a grave to burn. But that grave does not burn and goes down. That shows what these people do to the bodies, and everyone inside the dome was talking to each other that they should avoid another attack, for which they decide that they will put up big barricades there, and 2 people will take turns to monitor at night, where Sango and Ali decide to keep an eye on it first. They build barricades, and Dark Su comes to Gon and tries to scare him, to which Gon tells him that Dark Su is the strongest player, and during the fight, only those with him will kill him, which makes Dark think. 212 strongest player, and during the fight, only those around him will kill him, which makes Dark Su think and go back to his team and forbid them from attacking and tells everyone that they will rest tonight. And at the same time, Dark Su was also getting tension from the doctor because he was not there, so it seemed that he might not play the game with him either. Now at night, Sangpo and Ali are keeping an eye on where Ali gives Sang to eat, which was his way of saying thanks, because Sangpo always helped Ali, and they start sharing a good bonding in the app. After a while, Sangpo wakes up Gi-hun, and Gi-hun starts keeping an eye on the old man, where Gawon was being weighed by his past, where people were killing each other. Now, the old man brings Gi-hun to his senses, and here Gon tells that he used to work in a car company 10 years ago, where a strike was started because these people were suddenly fired from their jobs. So the blame for the sinking of the company fell on the workers, and that was the time when Gi-hun was also going to become a father, after which his wife left him and left. Then what happened here was that after the strike, a man died there, which Gon was very sad about, after which he saved his life. And then Kevin started working as a driver from where he used to earn a little money, but he was not financially stable. Here the old man consoles Gon, and then suddenly the old man's health deteriorates, where Gon puts him to sleep, and with him the player 067 starts watching, who had given her water to keep the bandage on the old man's head. Well, in the next scene, we see the doctor as a dead man. We can see the body parts being removed, and here the detective who had also come here hiding with the masked man now starts making fun of a player whose organ was removed when he had only 1 kidney inside, and he was regaining consciousness. The player was trying to save himself, after which these people killed him, whom these people also called Zoom. The detective asks about the player, which makes a masked man suspicious, and he tells the detective to remove his mask, but the doctor gets angry with these people and makes him proud. The thing to note here is that everything was monitored here, but even within this system, some people were involved in selling organs here. And whenever something like this was shown on the screen, the employees who were involved would clear the screen itself, meaning that there were people there, but they were not watching at all. They were watching someone else's video. Or then they would show the angle of another place, so that the front man, or the people who are older than him, would not know anything. Now, that detective starts taking out his gun instead of taking off his mask. But then, the doctor gets angry with these people and calms them down. saying that he cannot take out the organs in such a noisy environment. Now, after taking out the organs, a masked man puts them in a bag and starts going to deliver them. This was the work of employee number 28 and 29, and 29 is none other than a detective's. Detective and the mask go to the water through a secret path, which the masked man tells about. It is for VIPs, about which the detective asks which VIP bit the masked man does not tell him anything. But here, an information comes out that whenever the VIPs leave after playing here, the place is blown up so that no evidence is left. Now, the doctor here asks the masked man there what the next game is, on which the masked man says that the front man has not told him anything. Now, the doctor gets very angry with this, and he attacks a masked man and kills him, and after that he runs out, which is followed by another masked man. Meanwhile, the detective catches the masked man at gunpoint and tells him that the player with the kidney he was talking about was his brother, to which the masked man says that this cannot happen because that player was a girl, and they had also sexually assaulted her with the masked man detective. He talks about leaving himself and asks to support him, but the detective shoots him dead. Here is the doctor, but the detective shoots and kills him. Here the doctor runs into the playground where the masked man was also, and he is about to catch him and kill him when the front man and many masked men appear there. Now the front man said that what they do with the dead bodies or the organs has no meaning, but this game should be given a chance because in the real world there is high and low poverty and wealth. But here, there is nothing like that. All people are equal, and the masked man has spoiled the game by spoiling this game for the rest of the players. As soon as he says this, the front man kills the masked man, and the other masked men shoot and kill the doctor too, because he was also involved in this unfair game. That is, the information that was being given to the doctor until now was only for the purpose of selling organs. The front man did not know anything about it, but as soon as he found out that because of these organs, the game is getting worse here, so he killed them both. And now all the other people who were here will also be calm here because they don't want to die. Detective Abu goes back through the secret path and goes to the front man's room and starts checking his locker. At the same time, the front man also finds the body of the masked man near the water outside the secret path, who was employee number 28, and he understands that the intruder is still among them, who is being searched for. The front man checks every camera everywhere and starts investigating the guards in the player's dome. Now, after searching a lot, the detective finds a file, and in it he also finds the name of his brother and the form that he won in 2015, and episode 4 ends here. In the start of episode 6, all the players are prepared for the new game, and everyone starts going to the game ground, and the second detective was investigating the front man's room, and he hides from the front man's presence. Then the front man gets a call, and after receiving the call, he says that the game is going to start on time. And we can clearly hear here that the front man was a little scared. So one thing is for sure, that the front man is not the boss here. The main boss here is someone else. Now all the players are going to the ground where the players find the dead bodies of the doctor and the masked man hanging, which makes Dark Sue disappointed. 067 already knew the game, and here Minyo teases Dark. Now the team selection for the game starts, and each player had to choose one team player. Gihon goes to Sango, where Sango has already chosen Ali. All the people had already taken their own teammates, and in the end, Gon did not want to leave the old man alone, so he teamed up with the old man. Here, Gihon said that he would not leave the old man alone. Now, after all the players have formed a team, Menu alone comes here, whom no one takes in her team, and she starts talking to everyone and talking to them upside down. Here, Dark. So is quite happy, because if she is left alone, the minions will be killed, and she will be eliminated. Now, all the players come to the game ground, whose setup looked like a town, and the name of the game here is Kanbo. Old Man tells Gon about Kanbo, that Kanbo is a friend or a person on whom people trust the most and share all their secrets and everything. Old Man tells Gihon that they are both Kanbo and Pinky. Promises to Gon is also the same. Now the game starts, and the role of the game was that these two players had to play the game in the same room. Yes, here all the players get shot, and the one who loses will be eliminated, that is killed. Now the game starts, and all the players are given marbles, where each player had 10 marbles. Now the game here was that the player before the other player has to take 10 marbles in any way. And here, the timing was 30 minutes, and whoever takes all the marbles will win, even if it is any game that they did not have to play with marbles only. That is, with marbles now, the old man forgets everything due to dementia, and Gavin convinces him with great difficulty to play the game. The old man now, Kevin, he starts playing a game with him where both of them and Evan were playing a game in which Gihon keeps losing. And in the end, he has one marble left and the other. And Ali was also winning from Sango. And in the end, Sango also loses. And Ali here gets angry at first, but after that, he talks to him while crying, and Ali does not agree because he also had a family. Sango now tells Ali that he has a plan in which both of them can win, and both of them should go to the other teams and play with the weak player, because if both of them have equal marbles here, then it will happen that they will be matched with other people here. Ali does not understand everything, but still he agrees and goes out and starts looking for the other players, and he had to come back here before 3 minutes, and he had to come back here when the game was over. There was still 3 minutes left here. Dark So is also losing to his team. Mate, it happens, and he changes the game and finally wins the game. Now, Play and 067 and player 240 do not play the game, and Oops and player 240 says that she will decide in one go in the last. Here player 240 said that there is still enough time, and to tell time he will share his secrets, because at the end one of the players will die, and he will not be able to share his secret anywhere. First player 067 says she is from North Korea, and her father was killed. She ran away with her brother, but her mother was imprisoned there. And now player 067 wants to save her mother and bring her back and get her brother out of the finish and give him a good life. Then player 240 tells about herself, that when she was a child, and then the letter in player 240 killed her father, after which he was jailed. Here we also get to know the names of both of them, where 067's name is CBO and player 240's name is Jong. Now, they are talking and sharing their pain and suffering that the final game is coming to an end. Meanwhile, the old man is winning, and Gavin had the last marble left. Due to his dementia, old man starts speaking his answers, and even though he doesn't want to, he starts winning the game. Now, Sangbo Ali is the other one. He sends it to the players, and before leaving, he cleverly puts the stone in his bag and exchanges it with the bag of marbles. Now Ali goes to the other players, and Song, who had all the marbles, wins the game by giving the bag of marbles to the guard, because the rules of the game here were that no matter who was killed, he would have to take that marble. Meanwhile, the old man now forgets everything during the last round and gets up and leaves and starts roaming all over the place. Old man comes to my house and says that this is his house, and he used to live there with his wife and children. Gihon requests him and asks him to end the game, on which old man says that he should put all his marks on it, to which Esli does not agree with Gihon here, but sometimes old man says that Gihon has also done wrong because old man knows everything about his cheating. But here, old man, he doesn't say anything and gives his last marble to them and says that they are both Khan. Go, and he gets emotional after doing Gihun a favor. And here Gon was also quite sad before leaving, The old man remembers his name, which was Alam Gihun, takes that last marble and starts crying, after which he goes out. And we see that there a guard has put the old man at gunpoint. Well, when Ali comes to Sango, the guard is about to shoot him, and Ali understands that Sango has betrayed him, and he starts crying, and the guard shoots him and eliminates him, and a lot of people are being killed here. Here, Seb, Sibyo, and Jong finish their game, and here, Jong deliberately loses the game. Sibyo gets angry with her and asks her the reason, and Jong tells her that she has no reason to live, while Sibo has a brother, a mother, and now he wants to give them a good life, and she gives up. Sibo leaves crying and shoots and eliminates the guard, Jeon. On the other hand, Kevin also leaves very sad, and episode 6 ends here. Now, at the start of episode 7, the remaining players return to their respective domes, where they all get excited seeing Minion comforting them because no one had taken her with them. So how did she survive? Left alone, he will not be eliminated, but will survive the game. Now we see the frontman who comes to his room and calls him that the VIPs are coming. The frontman goes to the front of the room and takes out his gun, and says that he knows that someone is here, but the frontman should not know about it. How did I find out? The detective had placed the receiver in the opposite direction. The frontman now starts searching everywhere, and before he can catch the detective, he gets a call that someone's dead body has been found on the beach, which is that of a policeman. The frontman now goes out of the room and sees the body, and it is the same person whom the detective had thrown into the water. But the frontman does not recognize the man and thinks that he is a policeman. Now the frontman gets a voice message that the VIP has gone, and he tells him to go.